Habari Gani, Habari Gani. Oh, yes. Well, today is Kuli Chakalia, but I got to bring in my Umoja from yesterday. That was the first principle, unity. Today is Kuli Chakalia, self-determination. Man, we are determined people. We have survived more than a Holocaust. We have been through so many things that have been trying to oppress, depress, suppress, oppress, enslave, everything with us, but still we rise. So, as we continue to the remaining days of this year, um, let's focus on today's day, which is Kudi Chakalia. That self-determination means that we will be able to name for ourselves because we have been the only people that have come to this land, and plus, of course, we know we was already here, so that's another myth. Um, that they've given us the name, just made up names for us, versus us just knowing that you come from this land, that land, because of Italian person who comes from Italy, come to the Americas, then that's what they are. They're just an Italian. If a Chinese person come, they're Chinese. So why won't we just brought in and automatically labeled to be Africans? But okay, so we want to be able to be named for ourselves. We want to be able to think for ourselves. We have been taught by their school systems. We have been taught by their government. Been entrusted with their doctors, their school teachers, um, their insurance agents. Their everything. When it comes to everything, lawyers, doctors, and we've been taught in a system that is not correct. We've been lied to, and now that we know that this things that we have been taught over all these years are lies, so we are determined to be able to think for ourselves and know thyself. So as we celebrate these last days, we have to be mindful of those principles in addition to the remaining principles that are coming up for Kwanzaa. If you are not familiar with Kwanzaa, please, please, please take a moment to research what Kwanzaa is. Kwanzaa is a holiday that was presented by Dr. Lana Karinga way back in 1966, I think, and he has brought this beautiful holiday in for us to celebrate ourselves. So please, those that are celebrating Kwanzaa, right on with the right on. It's something we must do to be able to help us emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Those that are not familiar with it, please look it up. Please, 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 I implore you to look up this holiday and find out how this can be a very empowering and uplifting experience for yourself and your family, and especially for the children. It just helps them understand their culture, gives them self-identity, self-esteem, their all the different principles, like the creativity, the faith, the collective work responsibility, cooperative economics, faith in what's the last one? Why would I be missing this one? Nia, purpose. How can I forget purpose? Oh my goodness, purpose. So these are things that we instill into our lives every day. 7 simple things. Just try it. Just try it. How about if I come up with a challenge for this month? Starting January the 1st, I would like to ask all my viewers to, between January 1st and the end of January, first day of January, last day of January, send comments on the videotape itself, or go to Think It Ain't Illegal Yet page on YouTube. Excuse me, I'm sorry, on Facebook. So the YouTube channel is Flowing Growing. Of course, that's where the video will be showing from. So leave a comment there, or go to our Facebook page, which is Think It Ain't Illegal Yet, and make comments showing how you have used any of the 7 principles. One of them, all of them. Well, it's going to be more than one, because I need you to just show me how many times they're going to be used for the month of January. Show me how you use it in making a decision. Show me how you use it at work, having doing with the family. Any of the principles, any of the 7 principles. Show me how you have used those principles in some part of your life for the first 30 days of 2023. That's a challenge. And there's going to be a financial prize at the end of the challenge. I give you my word. There will be a financial prize for the person who makes the most comments about things they have done using the principles of Kwanzaa. And there will be a financial prize at the end. All right. So good, good, good. So you guys, I'm just saying, this is the end of the year. There's so much that I hope that everyone has learned from their experiences through the year, good or bad. And I pray that that you have been aware of a lot of the things that have been going on. It's been shown to you by people's example of how the music industry is just really a brainwashing and demoralizing factor in our culture. They have instilled, they've interfered with, and are actually controlling to some extent. You've seen how these politicians have done things. They've lied about who they really are. They've lied about the votes. They've lied about their relations with so-called other enemies of the U.S. They've lied about their involvement in some dirty, dirty work that's been going on. I mean, so many things have just come up, and you see the information that's going on with the food. You see that there's so many foods also that are just are toxic for us to be consuming. We've learned that how continue we have been mistreated and unjustly when it comes to some of the decisions that need to be made on some of the things that have been imposed upon us when it comes to the police and comes to different types of crimes. There still hasn't been a big upheaval of letting the brothers and sisters out of jail who have been locked up for their small involvements with marijuana. Now that marijuana is legal, they were supposed to be letting a lot of people out of prison because they were just little minor things that they had done in reference to marijuana. Now that it's legal, they were not going to be held against them. And maybe there's so many things that I could talk about this that we see that we know that they are really serious about not letting Africa be an industrialized place. They want to continue to get the price of the minerals there to make them think that they're the small price that they're paying for them, which will not allow them to get a strong profit, which allow them to be able to manufacture their items themselves. They have their thumb on most of these African countries in not allowing them to be able to industrialize and manufacture their own resources that come from their own land. There's a serious plan in place for that. If you've seen that video, if not, mention it down the bottom, I'll send it to you. I mean, but there's so many things that have been brought to light. So when are we going to start making decisions? So that's why I give the challenge of saying that within those 7 days within those 7 principles, show me how that you've made a change. You've been through this year 2022. It's been whatever's been for you, because whatever's for you is for you. And so whatever's happened to you this year has been based on your purpose that you hopefully you have found, and the way that you have handled the directions that Spirit has led you into. So instill these principles. What do you want to do as an individual? We have to start with ourselves first. What do you want to do to change, to give up on something when you know certain foods are not good for you? Are you going to stop eating certain foods? Are you going to start thinking about some other home remedies or some other things that you could do for yourself that will be good? To start leave alone certain things that is not good for your body, that's causing you dis-ease. I mean, are you going to start getting real about making decisions about who you trust? Because unfortunately, the people that we all had in mind as far as trusting, we can see that those people are not really on our side. I just hope that that some strong decisions are going to be made in reference to making some changes and looking at our life that we have lived for this 2022 and making 23 a much better way of life for us, to be able to improve upon it. We want to restore, we want to reset, we want to recognize, and we want to be responsible. That's a big one right there. We want to be responsible for our actions. We have to be responsible. So take time out for the Most High. Enjoy your life. Give thanks. Say I'm sorry. Bring that in reference to unity being a principle from yesterday. Let me not overskip that. That's so important that we must come together. We must unify as one-on-one. Maybe someone deciding to we're doing the same thing. Well, here let's put our resources together and let's do the same thing. It could be relationships that you're bringing in unity, and one thing that's really important is for us to unify our families. We must sit down and talk about some of the issues that we're having amongst each other and bring that unity back to our families, because it's so important that we bring that strength and strength and alliance back into existence when it comes to our own families. Yeah, we love our family members, but sometimes, there's issues, and we must not let these issues separate us, because the family structure is so important in our culture, so important. So again, I'm gonna repeat the challenge again. That first 30 days of this year, 2023, I'm asking you to show how many times you have used the principles of Kwanzaa in your life to be able to um, deal with an issue, solve a problem, create something, in whatever way. In whatever way, just talk about it, and there will be a financial prize at the end of the year. So I will be talking about it as the year progresses. Pay attention. Don't be afraid. Jump, leap. Do what you need to do to make these changes. Don't do the same thing that you did last year. Stop lying to your children about these holidays. We're really lying. You could explain to them, if you find something meaningful to you, then do what you want to do. Because, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, what not to do. I'm making suggestions about how we can emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. And those things in doing that, you have to eliminate some things that are in this world. So talk to your children. If there's something meaningful into you, to certain holiday, talk to your children about, but at least tell them the truth. This is what goes on. This is how they do it. But the truth is this, this, this. So let's make a change. Love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. That's so true. If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. So I'm just saying that, a couple more days, it'll be a new year, according to this calendar here. And look back on it, reflect, and restore, and reset. And like I said again, be responsible. Be responsible. Especially for the next couple of days when you go out. If you want to go enjoy yourself, be responsible with your actions and your deeds. And like I said, forgive someone, forgive yourself, forgive someone. Tell everybody that you love them. Every time you see somebody, you should tell them that you love them. If you love them, yeah. Don't hold that back. Don't want to wait till somebody's gone and you're going to tell them, oh, I loved them. And, so let's just think about how we can improve ourselves. And improving ourselves will definitely improve the life of others that are around you. So I'm going to go out right now, say, God love you, so do I. Happy New Year to you. I'll see you on the other side. Peace and love. Signing out. Sister Nzanga.